man, we got to take sides and we got to follow what's been happening because we're going to talk about which side of the road do you drive on and why.
That's a good question.
This is Omie D
Um,
Learns with more or less than Omie D. We're going to talk about which side of the road you drive on. Why? So, I mean, you're down there in Denver. You're driving right down the middle of the road, right?
yeah, I mean, why would anybody? It's me. I'm coming down the road, people. It's part Moses
Out
in
the
this.
way.
Moses, this thing.
So what makes you think that we drive on the right side of the road, others drive on the left side of the road? Where do you think those things came from? What's the decision making behind that?
Well, usually in the sense of this, I would say safety. Um,
Mm.
However, I would also say it has something to do, and with this show, which means I got to figure out this. I would say if I was a betting man, it had to do with how something had to be built on cars because somebody couldn't build it the other way, or the church didn't like it. Those are my three guesses.
I like the thought there, especially the church didn't like it. You're way too modern. No, roads were there before cars were.
So horses, so uh, horses and carriages. So fellas would just be galloping on their horses, and all of a sudden,
Me and you coming head to head. We're coming right at each other. We're playing chicken. How do you
we're like,
decide which side you go on?
it's like, I think you naturally drift this way because it's your
Why?
dominant hand. It's just your dominant hand, and it's the one you can pull strongest on the horse to say, "Get over here, old Nelly," or whatever you call your horse.
So historically, we're going towards each other, and we've got to largely decide which side we're going to go to. The dominant hand was a good choice, but not to pull your horse. What are you doing with
You
that
have
dominant hand way back when?
you got it on your gun in case you got to shoot that fella for riding by you and staring at you. That's what
Before
I
guns,
did on. Well, your slapping hand in case you got to slap.
your sword hand.
So you got hit, and then you can ride off and keep you because you wasn't good sword with your left, so you'd have to be ready to come in with the hit, and
Correct.
then you take the money and ride off and get a start in Red Dead
Correct.
Redemption.
So back in the day, when roads are being used more and more, and you've got people coming towards each other, um, moving to the left side of the road was natural because you had your sword primarily in your right hand. So you had your
Mm.
sword ready for whoever's over there. And so driving on the left side of the road is originated from riders who
Mm.
wanted their sword in their right.
What about if you were Sir Omie D and you're riding and you got your
Yeah, you were on the left, so that you've got
yeah,
your lance aimed over
yeah,
that way.
take that. He.
Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, see, so this is all about. So over here in America, we're not prepared to fight properly in our cars
We are
if
not.
it ever goes down. Oh
No,
man,
no, we are not because Mr. Bonaparte. You heard of him?
Napoleon Bonaparte,
Hmm.
French feller, about yay tall.
Yep. Whatever, yeah, that guy. Whatever was in his head when he was going through and conquering Europe, that was one of the main things he went and did. Is like, I don't like this left side of the road stuff, and he made it all. We're going on the right side, and so some countries rebelled. They're like, we're not listening to this guy. So as he took over about half the countries, and then the rest rebelled and kept their left side of the road, those that he successfully took over became right side. And so it's a rebellion thing to either keep or to go with Napoleon. So when the colonists came over and you've got Europe over here, we're on left side, guess what the colonists said?
You're a rebel.
We're going on the right.
We're going on the right because we're classy and you're a
Different.
rebel. See, they knew it. They knew those pesky Americans was going to rebel because they drove on the wrong side of the road.
So we've taken on the side of Napoleon Bonaparte, the conquering hero from France. We've decided we like that better.
Why didn't we stick with the rebellious? What would life be like now if we drove on the left side of the road?
We would know how to use a roundabout.
You know, that makes sense. You just kind of hit that moment where I was like, boom, roundabouts. We'd have roundabouts everywhere. It'd be great.
I love roundabout, and
I
people
do.
not understanding how the roundabout works is blows my mind. A roundabout is the simplest form of merging.
It's a circle. Just,
That's it.
just, just be. But
I
people
learned
can't.
that
They
from
got
Bert and
cell
Ernie.
phones. They have
It's a
cell
circle.
phones. People are too busy on their QWERTYs to pay attention, and they don't know how a roundabout works. That sucks, man. Oh well.
So
So that means we're French.
basically French. Basically, you can tell who dominated your country. It's all about who conquered you based on which side of the road you think is the right side of the road. And
Was
that's
this
my
part of the
that's my
deal?
fun fact. That's my big takeaway is who conquered you, which side of the road you.
So was it part of the deal that the French helped us out of the Revolutionary War that we had to go on the right side of the road? Hmm. So now we know that if you meet someone or you go to a country where they drive on the left side of the road, you should probably stop in ye old shop and get you a lance in case you have to defend yourself, because that is the proper way to drive on the road unless you are not part of the rebellion and you drive on the right side of the road or you're French. So
Or you do what Omie D and I do is when I'm the passenger in his car, I've got my sword out the passenger window.
there we go. Are we ready for action? Let's get them.